listening to Who Cares Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to New Washington, Ohio. We're live here at Buckeye Central High School, the home of the Buckettes, as we are just about set for this Division III District Semifinal matchup between the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes and the Madison Comprehensive Rams. I'm Nate Mullins on the call with Greg the Wizard Kinn, with Cooper Snyder on the camera for us tonight. Thanks for tuning in here with us on this special tournament edition of high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Had to get the camera reset. I didn't realize it wasn't set.
Once again, we're live here on the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Let's take a moment before we start this action. Well, actually, they're going to get right to it, Greg, so we'll let them do the national anthem first before we get into anything, because that always stops us dead in our tracks.
Right.
Between the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Lady Rams from Madison Comprehensive High School. And the home team on the scoreboard, the Lady Tornadoes from Tiffin Columbian High School.
Once again, we're live here at Buckeye Central High School.
Amy Betts, the Avita Center for Sports Health, for being our athletic trainer. We appreciate Avita Health System support of this division.
Big shout out to Phil Loy and the athletic staff here for their hospitality.
Join us in the playing of our national anthem.
That was the long edition.
That's good stuff.
It was. Once again, we're here for the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant for today's Division III District Semifinal matchup between the visiting team, Madison Comprehensive Rams, and what is the home team on the scoreboard tonight, the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. I'm Nate Mullins on the call with Greg the Wizard Kinn. We've got Cooper Snyder on the camera. We want to thank all of our sponsors before we get you to the action here, as we're just moments away from the opening tip between these two squads. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Advantage Overhead Door, Vicek Orthodontics, First National Bank of Sycamore, Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, Clouse Construction, Mullins Entertainment, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors bringing you this tournament basketball game right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. How these two teams got here, Greg, is a different story, as the Madison Comprehensive, these Madison Lady Rams, they have not had a game in almost 2 weeks.
Wow.
Last time they were in action was on February 12th, and they won at Mansfield Christian, 51-39. They did not have a sectional game, Greg. They had a bye to get to this point, so we'll see how that affects these two teams, as Tiffin Columbian starting to get a little bit of momentum as the tournament started to get closer, and that carried into that first sectional championship for the Columbian Tornadoes last week.
That makes you wonder if the Rams have rest or rust after the game off or 2 weeks off, I believe you said it was 2 weeks
Yes,
off?
and that is going to be the question tonight, is how is that going to affect the Rams? These two teams have already faced off once this year, as earlier this year, Tiffin Columbian dispatched Madison Comprehensive 55-41 was the final score in that one. I don't know if that's going to play a factor here tonight, Greg, as you know, the last tournament game we were at,
Yeah.
the opposing team had handily dispatched the other team in the regular season. That didn't play a factor whatsoever in the tournament. So we're going to have to wait and see how that plays out. But as I said, these two teams not strangers to each other, even though some viewers might not be too familiar with the Rams out of Madison Comprehensive. They're starting to gain a little bit more notoriety in the area. Once again,
Definitely on our radar, Nate.
yeah, absolutely. Tonight's pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. Your postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. All timeouts tonight presented by First National Bank of Sycamore. Our defensive player of the game. Stick around in the postgame show. Will be brought to you by Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants. Our keys to the game brought to you by Advantage Overhead Door. Player Spotlight brought to you by Vicek Orthodontics. And our fan of the game brought to you by our friends at Clouse Construction.
Can't thank all of those sponsors there enough for helping us be here to bring this action to you live here tonight, Nate.
And every one of those sponsors that you heard on that list, they're with us through the tournament. So they are allowing us to broadcast more tournament basketball this year than we were expecting to, Greg, because I didn't know what to expect. We didn't get very much support last year in the sectional round, so we weren't sure what to expect. But I'll tell you what, Greg, they stepped up big time this year.
For sure, Nate. And now they just got to put us for some more work to do here in the next couple weeks.
Hey, that's perfectly fine with me. We have 3 games in 2 days, as tonight we're here for this one. And then tomorrow will be at Willard High School, as we have a double header for you here on Heart of Ohio Sports. That's right, 2 games in 1 night, as the first game will feature Tiffin Calvert versus Arcadia, and the second game will feature Seneca East versus Hopewell Loudon. Those are girls' district semifinal games right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We are just about set for the opening tip here in this Division III District Semifinal between Tiffin Columbian and Madison Comprehensive. I'll get you the starting 5 for both teams here in just a moment.
Yeah, 6 o'clock on the nose. They're ready to go, Nate.
Absolutely, as you would expect nothing less from this outstanding staff over here at Buckeye Central High School. We are underway as the Tornadoes control the opening tip. Maddie Ritchie with it. Now Lexi Beeston with it. Starting 5 for the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. Number 3, freshman Maddie Shriver. Number 4, senior Mia Zeiss. Number 14, sophomore Kenzie Felsky. Number 31, junior Lexi Beeston. And number 54, senior Maddie Ritchie. Those are your starting 5 for the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. Beeston takes the pass, kicks it out to Felsky. She drives it, puts it up off the glass, and puts it up and in. Kenzie Felsky with the first basket of the game. Puts the Tornadoes on top, 2-0.
Even if it's just 2 points, Nate, it always feels good to be in the driver's seat.
And that's absolutely right, Greg.
Nobody likes playing catch-up.
No. Now listen to that Lady Tornadoes bench over there.
Yeah, loud.
They said, who needs a student section? We'll bring it from the bench.
I'll tell you what, this facility is amazing.
It is beautiful over here.
For a place that a lot of people probably had a little trouble finding.
I have not been in this facility for a long time. I think it's been since, radio days for me was the last time I was over here, so. Maddie Shriver knocks down the 3. From downtown. Shriver puts the Tornadoes on top, 5-0. The freshman putting in major minutes towards the end of the year. And we got a foul on the floor before the shot. Foul's going to go against, I think that's on Lexi Beeston. Yep, that'll be her first, team first. At the 6:14 mark here in the first quarter. And the inbound pass goes off the leg of Maddie Berry, but they're going to say it was last touched by Tiffin Columbian, so Rams will get it back. The inbound goes to the left wing shooter. That three-pointer was off the mark. I think somebody got a little piece of that one. Mia Zeiss kicks it over. Felski, mid-range jumper off the front of the rim. No, Zeiss grabs the offensive rebound, puts it up. Too strong.
Yeah, a little too much on that one.
And the rebound grabbed by the Lady Rams.
Good hustle there getting the rebound, though.
Absolutely. Starting 5 for the Madison Comprehensive Rams. As we have a blocking foul on Tiffin Columbian, I think that's going to go on Beeston. That'll be her second quick foul. So very quickly, 2 fouls on Lexi Beeston. We'll see how that plays a factor here as they're going to have to take a seat. She's going to take a seat, and coming into the game will be Chloe Hyman. Inbound pass goes off the mark as the intended recipient rolls on the court. I don't know what happened there, Greg. I think maybe the court monster got her. Is that a thing, the court monster?
I'll tell you what, the driveway monster almost got me this morning. I was taking the dumpster out. Whoop.
And speaking of whoop, that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Tornadoes. Yeah, it was a slippery one out there. Slippery one on the way over here, too.
Yeah.
Starting 5 for Madison Comprehensive. Number 11, Maddie Berry, senior guard. Number 14, Morgan Cook, senior guard. Number 20, Kaylee Bowman, sophomore forward. Number 22, Cambry Howe, junior forward. And number 23, Avery O'Brien, junior forward center. She was the one who's getting some help off the floor here. And she took a spill. So subbing into the game now is Addison Powell for the Lady Rams. So we've already had 2 quick subs here for both teams. I could not find stats for the Ohio Cardinal Conference. We are spoiled with the SBC and the N10 conferences in our area because we have some really good stat keepers that keep me full of stats.
Oh, yeah.
Three-point shot off the mark from Cambry Howe. That one goes out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Lady Rams. But we are spoiled with our stat keepers in our area, and sometimes when I get into tournament time, I think about it. I'm like, man, I feel bad for some of these teams because it's just not so easy to find some of these stats.
Yeah, it's definitely right about being spoiled.
Stolen away.
Won't complain about that, though.
Addison Powell drives, puts it up. Oh, unable to finish. Tornadoes grab the basketball. Mia Zeiss, she turns it over. Maddie Berry looking to push, puts it up off the glass and puts it in. Maddie Berry. And the Rams have closed it to 1. 5-4, Tiffin Columbian. Timeout on the floor. Timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Let's use this timeout. Thank our sponsors once again for allowing us to be here and broadcast this tournament basketball game live and paywall free for you right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Advantage Overhead Door, Vicek Orthodontics, First National Bank of Sycamore, Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, Clouse Construction, Mullins Entertainment, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors bringing you this tournament basketball game right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. It's going to be a busy week for us this week if it holds serve, I should say. Because we're looking at a lot of teams in our area still alive. There's Tiffin Columbian, the sectional championship last week with their win over Ontario. A close win, 38-36 was the final score in that one. That was last Thursday. We have some
maybe a scuffed up elbow or something.
Possibly some blood on one of the players here, so get her wrapped up. Looks like we're okay. All set to go. We're back on. Once again, that timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Mia Zeiss with it along the baseline. Kicks it out. Felski over to Shriver. Now Hyman with it. Out to Felski. Ritchie at the nail. Gives it to Zeiss. Zeiss puts up the shot. No. And they're going to say turnover. Out of bounds, last touch by Tiffin Columbian.
Got some brave photographers down there along the baseline.
Oh, Matt Nye is definitely brave. That's his middle name, Brave.
We got the other guy sitting over here. I don't know who that one is, but he's actually sitting there, so he ain't going to be able to get out of the way if something goes down.
Stolen away. Mia Zeiss puts it up. No.
Oh, man.
Rebound grabbed by the Tornadoes. Maddie Ritchie over to Shriver. She hoists up a three.
Oh.
No.
A little short on that one.
And that one goes out of bounds off the Tornadoes.
I did like the composure there, though, Nate. They were getting the ball moving around. They got a little frantic, and then they kind of just slowed things down. Got it back into rhythm.
That's what you got to do.
Just a little short on the shot there, though.
Lady Rams with the basketball. Cambry Howe gets it over to Maddie Berry. Now Berry hoists it from three.
Ooh,
got it
nice.
to go. From downtown. Maddie Berry knocks down the three, and the Rams are on a 7-0 run. The defensive pressure by the Rams is really paying off here. Berry with a steal. She pushes it. Powell puts it up, puts it in. Addison Powell. 4 quick points off the bench.
Swing the momentum quickly here, Nate.
They push it down low. Maddie Ritchie shot off the mark. Mia Zeiss grabs the rebound. She puts it up. No, but she is fouled on the shot attempt. She'll go to the line for 2 shots. It's 9-5. Madison on top of Tiffin Columbian. Substitutions here about to come into the game. As Zeiss unable to convert on the free throw. Caroline Newlove into the game, freshman forward for Tiffin Columbian. And Sophie Lau. I should say Sophie Lowe.
Ooh, nice. Gets that one to go.
Junior guard checks in for the Madison Rams. 9-6. Rams go coast to coast, but she's unable to finish. Addison Powell.
Nice drive there.
It was. She's had a couple of them.
Thought that one was going in.
Zeiss kicks it down low for Felsky.
Oh,
Double
man.
team, puts it up.
Oh.
Draws the foul. That'll earn her a trip to the free throw line.
Man, I'll tell you what, they got the pass to her quickly there under the basket, Nate.
Yeah.
That defense, I can't believe how quick they got there.
Kenzie Felsky at the free throw line. On the season, she's a 40% free throw shooter. Tornadoes are going to have to adjust here because Lexi Beeston is a big part of their offense. She is a table setter for the offense. She's the point guard. She kind of runs the show, so her being in early foul trouble is going to adjust the game plan a little bit. But Kenzie Felsky able to knock down 1 of 2 free throws.
There you go. Brings you back within 2 here.
Morgan Cook kicks it over. Right wing 3.
Ooh,
off the side of the rim, no. Powell grabs the rebound. She puts up the three-pointer.
Wow.
Got it to go. From downtown. Addison Powell puts the Rams up by 5. It's 12-7.
How about the guts there, Nate? Going for the 3, gets the rebound, and she says, you know what, I'll try one.
Well, she had a good look at it and knocked it down. Hyman kicks it out. Zeiss. Zeiss into the paint. Newlove out to Felsky for 3! From downtown. Kenzie Felsky knocks down the 3.
Got to answer back like that.
They needed that one. Maddie Berry drives the baseline, cut off, kicks it out into the stands. One of the fans over there said, hey, I wasn't looking for the ball.
She said, well, I couldn't tell. They're wearing white uniforms. Yeah, white hoodie on. I thought that. The heat of the moment. Oh.
Stolen. Rams with the basketball.
Oh,
Turnover. Tornadoes get it back. Mia Zeiss with it. Zeiss tried to split the double team, but she is fouled on her way through. Substitution into the game. Avery O'Brien checks back into the game. Cambry Howe takes a seat for the Madison Rams. Felsky inbounds to Shriver. Zeiss.
Ooh, tried to cut off the pass.
Now
there.
Newlove. Her shot off the mark. Ritchie grabs the offensive rebound, puts it up, and doesn't get it to go. And the rebound grabbed by Avery O'Brien. Maddie Berry with it. Picks up her dribble. Looking for an outlet. Gets it out. Avery O'Brien.
Oh.
And that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, I would say.
Move that pivot foot just a little too much. I didn't even notice Marissa Allen not playing tonight either. Another one of the seniors for this Columbian Tornadoes squad.
I think Beeson just checked back in, didn't she?
Lexi Beeston back into the game with those 2 fouls. She's going to have to take it a little bit easy on the defensive end. Felsky.
Look at that.
Back to Beeston. Beeston. Now to Zeiss. Zeiss drives it. Shot no good. Ritchie grabs the rebound. No good. And we have a foul on the on the board. It's Avery O'Brien with the board for the Rams.
So far here tonight, Nate, I've noticed that Ritchie's been able to grab those first chance rebounds, but her shots back up just haven't been on target.
It's because the Rams are smothering her on the defensive end.
And then they're somehow able to come up with the next one. But
Half-court shot, no good. That's the end of the first quarter. 12-10 is your score. Madison on top. We'll step aside, take a timeout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins and Greg the Wizard Kinn on the call with you here tonight. Cooper Snyder on the camera. Thanks for tuning in here with us for this Division III District Semifinal matchup here on Heart of Ohio Sports. The Madison Lady Rams have the lead, and they have the possession to start the second quarter. It's 12-10. Mansfield-Madison on top. Maddie Berry. Addison Powell now with it. Avery O'Brien back to Powell, back to O'Brien. She hoists it from just inside the three-point arc. That was a nice looking shot, but it only is good. For two! Beeston.
yeah, they got some good separation there. She had a nice open shot for that one.
Boy, the Rams are really doing a nice job of shutting off the driving lanes for the Tornadoes here tonight and boxing out on the defensive end. Maddie Berry with it. Madison Rams leading 14-10. They pass it down low. Avery O'Brien with it. Spin move, puts it up. No.
Ooh.
That one poked out of bounds last touched by the Rams. Tornadoes will get it back with 6:58 left in the first half. They trail it by 4.
Yeah, it's like we talked about, Nate. These two have already faced each other this season. But just as we saw the other night at Calvert, that doesn't mean anything.
Absolutely.
And then sometimes you think that the losing team on that end of that loss has the chip on their shoulder here coming into the second matchup. So.
For sure. Now, the way this tournament is set up this year is so weird. I don't understand, because it usually is, the site will retain, the 2 teams playing here tonight will play here, or the 4 teams playing here tonight, the winners will play on Saturday typically, right? That's not the case. No, if the winner of this game will play here on Saturday, but the winner of the second game, Greg, they actually play, let's see, at Columbus Grove.
Interesting.
On Saturday.
And what's that, the Ashland and Norwalk, I believe?
Yeah, Ashland and Norwalk. The winner of that game will play at Columbus Grove on Saturday. It's just, I don't understand the way they set these brackets up. It makes no sense, but hey, I'm not the one doing it, so I'm not going to say anything negative about it.
We don't make the decisions, so.
It just doesn't make sense to me, that's all. But when it does, it probably will. 3-pointer off the mark. Powell grabs the rebound. Loses it, but gets it back.
Man.
Morgan Cook. Over to Avery O'Brien. Now Maddie Berry. Inside the arc. Out to O'Brien for 3.
Oh, man.
Off the back of the rim, no. Powell grabs the rebound. Kicks it out. Berry for 3. Got it!
There you go.
From downtown.
Maddie Berry puts the Lady Rams on top 17-10. She's got 8 points.
So they were flirting with that 3 and 8, and then they got themselves the date.
Madison Ritchie, her shot off the back of the backboard and off the rim, no good.
Tornadoes.
It was a short offensive possession there for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, they got to stop the bleeding here, Nate.
And a held ball. We'll turn the ball back over to the Tornadoes. So they get a turnover there, Greg. Now what can they do with it? Mia Zeiss checking into the game as Caroline Newlove will take a seat. Beeston on the right wing. Zeiss, now Shriver. They work it around the horn. Felsky pushes it down low. Ritchie kicks it out to Shriver, and we've got a 3-second violation on Abby Ritchie. Or Maddie Ritchie, sorry.
So these Rams are quicker than a hiccup, Nate.
5:05 to play in the first half. Rams.
So everywhere they try to go with that ball offensively, the Tornadoes, the Rams are just right there to cut it off.
Maddie Berry's 3-point shot off the back of the rim, no good.
Oh.
And Madison Ritchie tried to save the loose ball, but it goes out of bounds. Berry looking to inbound. Gets it in. Cambry Howe. Back to Madison Berry. Maddie Berry. Gives it out to O'Brien. She drives it, puts it up off the glass. Got it to go. And the foul.
Wow, Nate.
Avery O'Brien with the drive to the basket and the finish. And the Madison Rams now lead it by 9 with a chance to extend to double digits here on this free throw from Avery O'Brien. Unable to convert. Rebound tipped and grabbed by the Rams. Comes down to want to, Greg. They got to want it more.
Yeah.
And right now the Rams just showing they want it more. And they're not showing any rust from those 2 weeks off.
No, they're playing with some swagger.
And there's another 3.
From downtown.
Addison Powell knocks down the 3, and the Rams take a 12-point lead with 4:18 left to play in the first half.
Want to go through our keys to the game here during this timeout, Nate?
Let's talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at Advantage Overhead Door. For Tiffin Columbian today, it is going to be key for them to dominate the glass, and that has not been the case so far. They've gotten a couple offensive rebounds, haven't had a chance on the offensive putbacks to get anything to show for it. And in transition, they're going to have to push the ball. Because I tell you what, Greg, this half-court defense from the Rams, they're showing early that if they get their chance to get set, they're going to be hard to penetrate into the lane and get a good shot. So you're going to have to push the ball in transition, get some looks, get some fast break opportunities. That's going to be key for Tiffin Columbian. For the Rams tonight, they have to be physical in the paint, and they have been, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
Very physical in the paint, and they have to play the passing lanes. And I tell you what, that's been key for them tonight. You haven't seen them really play the passing lanes too much.
There hasn't been too much of that.
The physical play in the paint has been key here so far.
One of these teams is definitely playing up to the next level, and not the Tornadoes right now.
As you can see, I was not able to find any stats on these Madison Comprehensive Rams. I was able to put together with my calculator their points per game and points per game allowed, but we are spoiled, let's just say that, from all the stat keepers in our area, keeping us fed with lots of stats, lots of information.
But again, thanks to the Advantage overhead door for the keys to the game, and of course, First National Bank for all our timeouts.
Absolutely. Big shout out and a thank you to First National Bank of Sycamore for jumping back on with us. Grant Eckleberry was actually out of town last week, Greg. That's why I didn't get a message back from him. And there's Lexi Beeston, her three-pointer off the mark, out of the corner. Beeston playing D from coast to coast.
And you hate to get behind by this much because then you start to feel the stranglehold kind of tighten and gets a little bit more nerves.
Yeah.
Gets in your head a little bit more when you're trying to take those shots like that, Nate.
Oh, absolutely.
The mountain becomes
Ball's
even
poked
higher
out of bounds. Off the inbound pass. Nice feed. Cambry Howe puts it up off the glass and puts the Rams up by 14.
I mean, Nate, we were just talking about like a 12-10 game when this started in the second period here.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
It's a 12-0 run here to start the second quarter for the Madison Rams. And the Tornadoes have just been scoreless. Shriver hoists a three. That one's off the mark.
And that's been the story right there. The last few possessions, just right off the mark barely, but coming away with nothing, not able to get the rebounds.
They really haven't had very much opportunity to get an open shot, Greg, because these Rams have been suffocating on defense.
It's really something to watch here tonight, how all over them they are.
Barry kicks it over.
Making me tired watching it, Nate.
Yeah, right.
I'm not even kidding. I'm like, man, these girls can't get a break. Timeout. Come on, let me breathe. Get out of my face for a second.
Cambry Howe kicks it over Maddie Barry. Now Addison Powell. Powell with 8 points here. Down low, Powell kicks it out. Barry, wide open three off the back of the rim, no. And the rebound grabbed by the Rams.
Oh, my goodness.
With the contact. Morgan Cook gets it to go, and everything's falling for the Lady Rams right now. Wow. It's a 14-0 run to start the second quarter here for Madison Comprehensive.
Yeah, something that's going to change quick.
Morgan Cook unable to convert at the free throw line on the three-point play, but the damage was done as the Rams lead it now 26-10.
You just look at, they're like a school of fish. The way they're just swarming all together in sync with each other.
That pass poked away. They're playing the passing lanes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we have a travel that's going to go against Sophie Lowe.
See, in my mind, that's why I need to get my eyes checked. I'm like, I didn't even see anybody have the ball long enough to travel with it.
Tornadoes to inbound.
Gotta make
Felsky.
something happen here, Nate.
Over to Beeston. And we got an off-the-ball foul on Tornadoes. That one's going to go on Newlove. That'll be her first. Fourth team foul against the Tornadoes. Rams have no fouls. Tornadoes have 4 here in the second quarter. 2:10 left to play in the first half.
I mean, they're playing flawless ball right now, Nate. No fouls. Everything's falling for them.
With how smothering they've been on defense, to be able to be this clean
Yeah, like how do you be all over somebody on defense and not be fouling them? That's impressive. I don't know what they did during that 2 weeks off, but it must have been a lot of practicing.
Maddie Berry looking to inbound, gets it in.
Oh!
That's going to be a travel.
Just lost the balance there.
Cambry Howe turns it over.
We're down to 150 here in the second, and Tiffin hasn't put up a point yet.
Felsky over to Hyman, and that one poked away, but a foul is going to go against the Lady Rams, Cambry Howe. That'll be the first foul against Mansfield Madison here in the second quarter. Kaylee Bowman checks back into the game. Tornadoes with the basketball. Lexi Beeston. Hyman works it down low to Zeiss. Zeiss to Felsky. Put it up. Put it in. And the foul. Kenzie Felsky got it to go. And she looks at possibly converting on a three-point play. Felsky with 8 points here. 8 of the 12 points belonging to the sophomore.
Not going to win the game like that, though, Nate. You can't put it all on one person's back. But
that's right.
It's definitely keeping them in this one.
Felsky's shot, no good. Rams grab the rebound. 1:30 to play here in the first half. Maddie Berry with it. Bowman back to Berry. They work it around. O'Brien. Now low. Over to Berry. Top of the key. Back over to O'Brien.
Just their ball movement looks so frustrating.
Yeah. O'Brien nearly turns it over, and she does. It's a turnover. Travel will be called against Avery O'Brien. That'll give the ball back to the Tornadoes. 1:04 left to play here in the second quarter. Tornadoes got their first basket at the 1:30 mark here in the second quarter after going scoreless for the majority of this second quarter. Mia Zeiss unable to convert at the basket. That's the frustrating part, Greg, is they're getting good looks at the basket and they just can't hit them.
Yeah.
Shots that are normally falling for this team all year.
Just a little off target.
That one right there. But Lexi's hit that one all year.
A way to get her own rebound out of that.
And she puts it up and puts it in. Lexi Beeston. Her first basket of the game. And it's a big one. 12-point lead for the Rams. Maddie Berry. Morgan Cook. Avery O'Brien. Now Maddie Berry with it on the left wing. 16 seconds left. Addison Powell kicks it out to Berry. Berry driving. And that's going to be a travel. Another turnover by the Rams. Their third straight possession with a turnover. All three coming via the travel, Greg.
Yeah.
They must have been doing some traveling during those 2 weeks off.
So see the little hop there, and they said, no.
Beeston with it, 7 seconds left. Passes to Zeiss. Zeiss has it stolen away. Berry, 1 second, puts it up. And she got it! Maddie Berry with the buzzer beater. What a shot! And it counts.
Wow.
29-14 is your score. Maddie Berry with an unbelievable shot at the buzzer. And the Madison Comprehensive Rams lead it 29-14 as we head to the locker room. We'll be back after this. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. At Yanich Oral Surgery in Marion, they specialize in dental implants and advanced oral care, all in a welcoming, state-of-the-art environment. Restore your smile. Renew your confidence. Visit YanichOralSurgery.com. Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Big or small, when your garage door needs attention, make the smart call. Advantage Overhead Door in Fostoria specializes in quality installs, quick repairs, and service you can trust. Locally owned, community driven. Call Vinny at Advantage Overhead Door, 419-619-4797.
Welcome to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
You know, it's weird, Greg, because I had a feeling this might happen.
So many times, say you want to
Welcome back to Buckeye Central High School here in New Washington, Ohio. We're here for this Division III District Semifinal matchup between the Tiffin Columbian Lady Tornadoes and the Madison Comprehensive Rams. I'm Nate Mullins on the call with Greg the Wizard Kinn. Cooper Snyder doing a great job for us on the camera tonight. Let's take a moment and we want to talk about our player spotlights brought to you by our friends at Vicek Orthodontics. If you want to look your best under the spotlight, well, you need to head over to our friends at Vicek Orthodontics. For the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes, we shine our spotlight on Mia Zeiss, senior forward for Tiffin Columbian. She's averaging about 10.5 points per game, just under 7 rebounds per game. She's shooting just under 50% from the floor, and she's averaging just under 4 steals per game. That's your player spotlight for the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. And once again, I told you I couldn't find any stats, but I did find stats from the last game. And Maddie Berry lit it up in that last game in their win over Mansfield Christian. She had 16 points. That's why she's our spotlight player tonight for the Madison Comprehensive Rams. Maddie Berry.
And you've called her name lots here tonight, Nate.
Absolutely, as I believe, let's see, she has 11 points here tonight for the Rams. I think she's leading all scorers, and she hit that buzzer beater right at the end of the first half to put the Rams up 29-14. The Tornadoes started to claw their way back there a little bit. It took them a while to score their first points in the second half, or in the second quarter, but they got a couple quick baskets, a couple of turnovers, but then they turned it over on that last possession. Maddie Berry took it, stole it, went coast to coast, popped it from just outside the three-point arc, and nailed that buzzer beater. And that's why they have a 15-point lead as we start the third quarter here. Once again, there are 2 games here at Buckeye Central High School tonight. We're just here for the first one. Second game will feature Ashland and Norwalk.
Ashland Arrows, we've got to cover them a few times over the last few seasons.
Yeah. There you are, a tough girls basketball team, let me tell you.
And we had
Maddie Berry picks up where she left off in the first half. Another three-pointer.
So we had good reception from the fans down in the Ashland area.
You bookend the first half with the second half with three-pointers. And I'll tell you what, that's how you get it done right there. 18-point lead for the Rams. Yeah. But now Maddie Ritchie on the other end of the floor. She draws the foul, and she'll work her way to the free throw line. Don't forget, folks, we have our fan of the game brought to you by Clouse Construction. You can send us your picture. Send us a picture of how you're watching the game. Show us your setup. We've had some really cool setups throughout the year. I love it when people get their pets involved. You know, show your pet watching the game.
Yeah, and like we said at the last game, Nate, we're offering some free swag for whoever sends in a photo. So.
That's right. Free Hoos swag for whoever we choose for our fan of the game, brought to you by Clouse Construction.
I love that from The Office when he says, you know what swag stands for? Stuff we all get.
That's right. I love it.
I love it.
Rams working around the horn. Maddie Berry pulls it back to the logo. They're going to reset. Morgan Cook. Now Cambry Howe. Back out. Maddie Berry thought about a three, but Mia Zeiss closed out quickly.
Ooh.
That time Cook, her three off the mark. Putback is no good. Rebound grab by the Rams. Avery O'Brien, the kick out to Berry, closed out quickly on by Zeiss.
Nice little back and forth move there. But
and that shot off the marks. Great defensive possession there by the Tornadoes as they forced a couple of missed shots.
And the Rams are threatening for sure.
Shriver with a cross-court pass. Felsky with it. Kenzie Felsky gives it to Zeiss. Zeiss driving into the paint. Cut off. Kicks it over to Shriver. Shriver knocks down the mid-range jumper. That one was wet. Rams have it now. Ritchie got the block. We're going to call that a held ball, and it'll give it back to the Tornadoes. Tell you what, Coach Doug Rickert thought that was a foul, but I thought Maddie got all ball on that one, Greg. Impressive defensive stand there.
So she got all ball, and the girl on offense got all Maddie as she ran into her.
Beeston gets it back from Zeiss. She puts up the shot in the lane, no good. Zeiss grabs the offensive rebound, puts up the shot, no. And the rebound grabbed by the Rams. That has been the story of the night here tonight, Greg, is the missed opportunities close to the basket. They've had a lot of shots, point-blank range.
Missing them right under the basket, and then even on the rebounds. If you're getting the rebounds, you're missing those.
Yep. And that will lead to a frustrating night.
So far here, very frustrating evening for the Tornadoes.
Lady Rams with it. It was a frustrating second quarter for the most part for Tiffin Columbian. Cook driving, put it up, put it in. What a nice drive to the basket by Morgan Cook.
It's so quick, Nate. Trying to keep your eyes on him alone's hard enough. Imagine trying to keep your body on him.
Beeston put it up, no good. Addison Powell rips the rebound away. And we have a foul on the floor, I think. 31, yep. Lexi Beeston will be called for the foul. It's got to come down to want to, Greg. Like I said, I think these Rams just are showing a lot more want to here tonight.
Yeah, there's just, I don't know if you want to call it a fire lit under them or something, but they're definitely playing with an extra spark here.
That pass stolen away, but Zeiss
stepped out.
Had her feet on the baseline, and that'll be a turnover.
Yeah, with nowhere to go there.
Maddie Berry with it at the logo, pulls it back. Kaylee Bowman. Powell works it back over to Berry. Berry, Avery O'Brien for three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Mia Zeiss grabs the rebound for the Tornadoes. Zeiss looking to push. Draws a double team, kicks it to Felski. Nice find, nice feed. That's what they need more of, Greg. Teamwork.
Absolutely. Able to get herself open there. She said, hey, get it to me.
Berry drives it, kicks it under the basket. Cook put it up and in. Morgan Cook got that one to go. Transition baskets now for the Rams.
Yeah, you work so hard to get a basket for the Tornadoes. It doesn't going to matter when you just run back down the court.
I think they gave that basket to the wrong team there. Nobody noticed. Ritchie under the basket, put it up, put it in. Maddie Ritchie. They kick it under the basket. They put it up and in. Kaylee Bowman.
Got the 2-on-1 there and just hit it right behind her.
Shriver steps inside the three-point arc. Her shot off the mark. Felski had the rebound but had it knocked away. The Rams looking to push. Powell thought about a three, sidesteps, gives it over to Berry. Now O'Brien, back to Berry. Boy, these Rams they have excellent ball movement here tonight. They're locked in, Greg.
Yeah, it's very, very impressive.
You got to wonder if that first loss to the Tornadoes earlier on in the season might have put a little chip on their shoulder coming into this one. And there's Kaylee Bowman as she knocks that one down.
It's a chip on the shoulder there, Nate. And then, of course, there's always the going back, watching the film, seeing where you were getting beat at and working on improving that. Maybe they weren't fast enough in the first matchup. The way they've been moving this ball around here tonight, I don't see how the Tornadoes can even catch their breath.
Shriver, her shot blocked. Lady Rams with it. They lead it by 20. 2:25 left in the third. And Maddie Berry pulls it back, and they are just kind of coasting with this one now, Greg.
See, Maddie Berry 2 points away from matching that score from the other night that you just posted about, Nate.
Yep.
I thought she was going to get it there.
Kick out Avery O'Brien for three off the mark.
Oh.
Maddie Ritchie had the rebound, but Morgan Cook came over the top to grab it from behind, and that will definitely go on the Rams. I don't know how they're even questioning why that wouldn't go on them. The girl flew over the top of her.
Yeah, it just came over the top. What they were both holding onto the ball there.
Like she flew over the top to grab the rebound. That's not.
And then she lost the grip on the ball, and you just heard her flop on the floor. Almost looked like Richie threw her on the ground.
Well, I
she
mean,
didn't, but
she just ripped the ball away because they've been so good about grabbing the ball tonight.
No, there was nothing that she did wrong. It was just hilarious looking.
Yeah. Zeiss over to Beeston, left wing three off the mark. Hyman grabs the rebound. Second chance opportunity. Felsky for three. No. Lady Rams with the rebound. Starting to run out of opportunities here for the Tornadoes as it's a 20-point ball game, and you got less than 10 minutes to go.
So that second shot down there, it's a little bit rushed, Nate. A little off target. Not the normal shots you see coming from these Lady Tornadoes here. But you'll have that when you get down 20 points.
Drive under the basket, no good.
Gets their own rebound, though.
Barry's rebound goes out of bounds, and they're going to say that was off of Tiffin Columbian. So it'll stay with the Lady Rams.
Yeah, she kind of just gave that one the old slack.
Yes, right. Shriver checking in. Mia Zeiss takes a seat. Zeiss just 1 point here tonight, Greg. They have really held her in check. Timeout called by the Lady Rams. Doug Rickert wants to take a timeout and talk things over. We'll keep it right here with 1:15 left to play here in the third quarter. Let's take this time to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here and broadcast this game live and paywall free on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Advantage Overhead Door, Vicek Orthodontics, First National Bank of Sycamore, Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, Clouse Construction, Mullins Entertainment, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors bringing you high school basketball, this tournament edition right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. When do they start letting the other team's fans in before the game's even over?
They've actually been coming in for a minute now. I've noticed them.
But what I'm saying is, like, in the past, they've always made them wait.
I mean,
they'll clear out the gym and then everybody comes in.
Yeah, they used to be real strict about having tickets per game or whatever. So I was going to say, it obviously isn't a case of seating here tonight. There's some open seats here tonight.
Definitely some open seats for people here. One thing that it never sits right with me, Greg, is why don't the bands come? Like, where's the band? They should be able to come on a tournament run with the team, too.
I mean, some of these tournament games, you got to think, though, that maybe it's just they don't have room. Some of these seats are some of these gyms can be so packed. Not the case tonight, but.
Yeah. Lady Rams with basketball. They lead it by 20. It's 40-20. A minute to play here in the third. Maddie Berry kicks it down low. Avery O'Brien had that shot blocked. Chloe Hyman with the block. Beeston now with it for the Tornadoes. Felsky. New Love down low for Hyman. Kicks it out. Shriver thought about a three, puts it on the floor. Puts up the shot, got it to go. Maddie Shriver.
Yeah, almost felt like they were trying to set up that three there, but the Rams just on top of it again defensively.
Cook, mid-range jumper in and out. And the rebound grabbed by Tiffin Columbian. Beeston. Pushing. Shot no good. And she's going to get called for the reach-in foul. That'll be her fourth foul. Some frustration from some of the Columbian faithful.
So I wasn't sure who was yelling over there, but I wasn't sure where it was coming from, but you heard it coming from somewhere.
6 seconds left in the third. Lady Rams with the basketball.
So you can understand some of the frustrations here.
Absolutely.
It's not the way any team wants to be looking here in the fourth period.
And that buzzer beater almost went, but at the end of three, Madison leading Tiffin Columbian 40-22. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports. At Vicek Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. Vicek and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with Vicek Orthodontics today. You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
And we're back here at Buckeye Central High School here in New Washington, Ohio. Start of the fourth quarter sees the Madison Lady Rams leading Tiffin Columbian 40-22. Time is running out on the 2026 campaign for this Tiffin Columbian squad.
Yeah, it's a pretty close first quarter there, Nate, but then since then, it's been all Rams.
Absolutely. Stolen away, Maddie Ritchie. And they're going to say held ball. Possession arrow favors Tiffin. And they're going to need about 10 more of those in order to get back into this one. Kenzie Felsky over to Maddie Ritchie. Now they work it around the horn. Mia Zeiss on the left wing. Over to Maddie Ritchie. Maddie Ritchie, spin move. Now gives it to Zeiss. Zeiss into the paint. Puts it up. No.
Oh, man.
And the rebound grab by Barry.
Snatched up. And I mean, we asked the question to start this one, Nate. Would it be rust or rest? And sure looks like rust happened over those 2 weeks.
Yeah. Sophie Lowe got the basket to go and puts the Lady Rams back on top by 20. 42-22 is the score. And that'll be a blocking foul. Goes against Tiffin Columbian. 7 minutes to play here. Lady Rams with the basketball. Make sure you tune in for the postgame show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We'll have our defensive player of the game brought to you by our friends at Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants. And we'll have our fan of the game brought to you by Clouse Construction. That's all coming to you in the postgame show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Maddie Barry pulls it back to the logo, loses it, gets it back. Boy, she had enough time to set a table out there, Greg.
I tell you, man. She just did a burnout. She hit the gas too hard. spun her tires too hard and hit the deck. Man. Richie, the frustration in Richie here tonight.
Another foul on Maddie Ritchie. That's her third, second team foul.
So she looks like she's ready to body slam somebody out there.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of the whistles blow it. I see her throw her hands out like, what? What now? It's just a frustrating night, though.
Very much so.
Let alone the score being frustrating, but how many times you've gone up under the basket tonight, got the rebound yourself, and then not able to come down any points, this just adds to the frustration.
You hit the nail on the head there. It has been a frustrating night for sure.
I mean, man, they were still over 5 minutes, and they're just playing keep away.
Yeah. They've been playing keep away since 2 minutes left in the third, Greg. Beeston with the steal. Drives it. Puts it up. No. Shriver, put back, no good. Hyman had it poked away. Felsky gets it back. Kick out Zeiss. Puts the ball on the floor. Picks it up.
Man.
And that's going to be a foul. Whew. On the Lady Rams. That'll put Mia Zeiss at the free throw line.
I mean, and that's part of why it's almost impossible to come back at this point, Nate, because look how hard that was. How much work you had to do just to get that.
Yeah.
Like, my goodness.
And Mia Zeiss unable to convert at the free throw line on the first one. That makes her now 1 for 5 tonight at the free throw line. And she got that one to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's safe to say no detriment to the team at all. This just hasn't been the best night for the Lady Tornadoes by far, especially not the best night we've even seen in recovery. It's just things have not been going their way this evening.
Boy, he has had a quick whistle on Lexi Beeston all night. This guy, this referee here at the middle of the court with the gray hair, he has had a quick whistle on her all night. He's called every one of the fouls against her. I think sometimes these referees see the girls and they see the size advantage and they're automatically going to call that when they see any contact. You know?
You mean like the Myles Garrett situation?
Exactly.
Well, you can't stop him, so we're going to let you hold him a little bit.
And they get it down low.
Man.
Kick it out. Powell for 3. Ooh. Cook grabs the rebound, kicks it out to Barry. 5 minutes to play.
And Barry just stands there and holds the ball.
O'Brien along the baseline for Powell. Kicks it back out to O'Brien. Now over to Powell on the left wing. And they're just working it around the horn here.
Yeah, they're going to make you work for anything here. You want a couple points?
Now, these Lady Rams have had a game plan tonight of how to beat these Tornadoes, and it has worked to perfection. Got to give your hats off to Doug Rickert and his coaching staff for having these girls prepared.
Yeah, because it doesn't...
After 2 weeks off, you don't know what kind of effort you're going to get.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel so much as like it's such a mismatch of talent or anything out here on the court tonight. It's just, like you said, a game plan, being prepared, being ready, and you've seen it executed perfectly out here. They just had an answer for everything the Tornadoes have tried to do here.
If you couple the fact that Mia Zeiss, the leading scorer for Tiffin Columbian, has only 2 points, and Lexi Beeston's been in foul trouble all night, she only has 2 points here tonight. That's going to be, those are the 2 leading scorers for Tiffin Columbian, both of those averaging over double digits on the year. You take 2 double-digit scorers off the court, and it just makes things harder for everybody else.
Yeah,
it's not like Mia Zeiss hasn't been out there. She's been out there.
Right.
She's just had some frustrating shots.
Man, it doesn't take rocket scientists to figure that out, Nate. You got 2 of your highest scorers on the team off the court or not getting the scores like they used to. You're probably not going to pick up the W.
Got some substitutions into the game. Tiana Ziegler throws that one away. And we got a timeout on the floor. Timeout called by Madison Comprehensive. We'll keep it right here for this First National Bank of Sycamore timeout. Once again, your score 43-23. The Madison Lady Rams on top of Tiffin Columbian. Let's take this time and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Advantage Overhead Door, Vicek Orthodontics, First National Bank of Sycamore, Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, Clouse Construction, Mullins Entertainment, and Feasel's Frame and Collision. All proud sponsors bringing you high school basketball, this tournament edition right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. So full timeout. Greg, just your thoughts. I mean, obviously it's a disappointing end to the season if the score holds. And I have no reason to believe that it won't because of just how dominant the Lady Rams have been here tonight.
Just the 180 that would have to happen here would be miraculous.
Absolutely. But, it has been a positive season for these Lady Tornadoes. 14 wins on the season. As a senior, this isn't how you want to end your career on the losing end. But as we always say, only 7 teams end happy at the end of every year. So.
And they're enjoyable to watch this season, fun for us to cover.
Sectional championship. But I think down the stretch, they started fading a little bit, Greg, because the last time we covered this team, they beat Bowling Green to go to 12-4, but they somehow finished the season at 13-9 overall. So they went 1-5 down the stretch, or 2-5 down the stretch.
They hit that slippery slope and couldn't stop sliding there, Nate.
Poke away. Ziegler with the steal. Driving. Puts up the shot. Put it in.
Did the old hit the brakes move on there, Nate.
For Ziegler, that's just her 7th point of the year. And now we got a steal, as Lady Rams still have all of their starters in, but Tiffin Columbian has started putting some subs into the game now.
You know, and it makes you wonder.
I'm not even sure if Lady Rams don't have a whole lot of subs left, Greg. I mean, they've only got 2.
Yeah, there's
only 3 players on the bench.
Yeah, and so that's going to make. I was also going to say, makes you wonder if that 2 weeks off came into play there too. If they didn't want their starters getting warmed up, and getting a full game in, you know. But,
yep.
But yeah, like you said, and you look over at the bench there. There's only 3 other players in jerseys right now, so.
And we got a foul on the floor. Foul's going to go on Tiana Ziegler.
And you know, Nate, without even really noticing that there's not that many players on the team to sub in, that makes it even more impressive what they've done here tonight.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Greg.
Like, these girls have got to be exhausted out there.
You've really, he's only went 7 deep with his rotation, because we really haven't seen the other person on the bench there is Helena Martin, the freshman guard. We haven't seen her all game, but the 2 other there on the bench, we've seen them rotate in throughout the game. But yeah, they're 7 deep, and that's it. And that's probably what you want come tournament time. You don't want to be too deep into your rotation when it comes down to tournament. You want it to be a finely tuned machine by this point.
Mm-hmm. All the pieces working together.
Nia Zeiss puts that shot up, and once again, just too strong.
Man. This is a dogfight out here for the ball.
And we have a foul called on Madison Comp.
I don't see her on my roster. What a jokester I am. I was just thinking about how it sounded like a name.
Delayed.
Foul on Madison Comp. She's not even on the floor.
Who's that? I don't even have her on my roster.
Putting the shake and bake moves on her there.
Addison Powell kicks it out to Maddie Berry. We're down to 2:40 left in the ball game. Lady Rams lead it by 20. Trying to hold this one. Run out as much clock as they can here.
It's such a frustrating moment. It reminds me of like playing keep away as a kid. These tornadoes just gonna wear themselves out chasing and chasing after this ball.
Yeah.
And they're just running circles around. Pass it to you, pass it to you. Not even trying to score.
Zeiss almost got the steal there. And we're going to get a reach-in foul on Maddie Ritchie, and she's like, I can't even try. I can't even try. I can't even try.
I told you, she's had it up. She's had enough with it tonight.
Fed up. That'll put Sophie Lowe at the free throw line. Her first shot off the back of the rim, no good. Don't forget, folks, you can send in your picture of how you're watching the game. Be entered in to win our Clouse Construction Fan of the Game contest. Not really a contest, but I mean, if you want some free swag, just send us a picture. It's that easy. Just take a picture of, hey, I'm watching the game. Look at me. I'm watching the game on Heart of Ohio Sports. Send it to us, and you get free swag. That easy.
And, you know, you'll be famous because you get to be on the broadcast.
Yeah. Hyman, her shot off the mark. Powell races to the other end with the rebound and slows it down. And we have a reach-in foul. Maddie Shriver called for the reach-in.
I'm just laughing watching some of these girls' faces. They're looking at the refs like, come on, what do I got to do to?
Believe it or not, Tornadoes started this game out leading 5-0, and then the Rams went on a run.
Yeah, so that whole first quarter was pretty close.
It was a 12-10 score at the end of the first quarter with the Madison Comprehensive Rams leading by 2. But now,
Second quarter got crazy.
that second quarter
didn't get any better after halftime.
it just got away from them. Lady Rams outscored the Tornadoes 17-4 in the second quarter, and that is pretty much the story of this one.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the difference. It's on the gap right there is almost about that much.
1:10 left to play. I want to give a big shout out to all the seniors on this squad.
I know I saw they had some subs come in. I'm not sure who.
Maddie Ritchie, Chloe Hyman, and Mia Zeiss all check out of the game for the final time as Lady Tornadoes. Storied career for all those ladies. Mia Zeiss finished this year as first team in District 6, second team SBC Lake. And Shriver knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Substitution into the game for Tiffin Columbian as number 21. Let me see, do I have her on here?
Yeah, a round of applause there for Lady Rams.
I don't have a 21 on my roster. I'd love to be able to give her some credit, but and Shriver knocks them both down. It's the first time I've got to hit this tonight. And Addison Powell dribbles that one off her foot and out of bounds.
Looks like Maddie Berry's going to end the night 1 point shy of her 16 points in the night, so you had a seat.
Tell you what, Addison Powell, though, 15 points off the bench for the freshman for the Lady Rams. She has been impressive, and I think that's the X factor here tonight, Greg.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about Maddie Berry being our spotlight player of the game, but really, I think the X factor tonight has been a couple of other players on this squad. You talk about Avery O'Brien having some big contributions, as well as, well, like I mentioned, Addison Powell with those 15 points. First free throw was off the mark for Kaylee Bowman. She gets another one, though. And she got that one to go. 35 seconds left on the season for the Tornadoes. The three-pointer off the mark by Jenna Cleveland. And that shot off the mark. And a rebound grab by Lady Rams. And Mansfield Madison will look to close this one out, where they will move on. And they will face the winner of the district final that's being played at Northwood. A buzzer beater for the Tornadoes. Jenna Cleveland hit that one at the buzzer.
She was unaware of the time, and they shouted to her, shoot it, shoot it. She just turned her head, and they tossed it, and I can't believe she made it in there.
That's just her second basket of the year, Greg.
Wow.
Actually, I take that back. That is her first basket of the year because her first 2 points came from the free throw line.
Man.
So her first basket of the year comes at the last play.
Yeah, she was just trying to dribble, get herself a shot, looking there, like, you gotta shoot it, you gotta shoot it. She looks up, I mean, she didn't have a second to think about it.
Once again, your final score, Madison Comprehensive 48, Tiffin Columbian 29. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll come back with the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. And we will have our defensive player of the game brought to you by Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, as well as our fan of the game brought to you by Clouse Construction. That's coming up next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is a Butler building. And so is this one. And this one. And this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by Clouse Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call Clouse Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
At First National Bank of Sycamore, we are a truly local bank that is community-based and community-focused. We are invested in your success, and our team is here to help. First National Bank of Sycamore, banking that just makes sense.
You're watching high school basketball right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go: Heart of Ohio Sports.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them. When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports. Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve.
And we're back here at Buckeye Central High School. We're here for the post-game show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Once again, the final score, Madison Comprehensive 48, Tiffin Columbian 29. You're tuned in here on the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. Frustrating ending for the season for the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes as they finish their season 14-10. Madison Comprehensive will move on to the district final, which will be played here at Buckeye Central High School this Saturday. Let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here before we get started with some awards to give away, and then we got to pack things up because they're already starting to get in here and get ready for the second game. So we don't have much time for the post-game show, but I do want to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Advantage Overhead Door, Vicek Orthodontics, First National Bank of Sycamore, Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, Clouse Construction, Mullins Entertainment, and Feasel's Frame and Collision, all proud sponsors that brought you this tournament basketball game right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. So Greg, we do have a couple of awards to give away. First, we'll talk about the Fan of the Game brought to you by our friends at Clouse Construction. And tonight, this one goes out to one of my favorite fans, and obviously one of yours too, Greg. Susie Conley.
Watches all of our stuff. And
shares all of our stuff and actually interacts with it. Mm-hmm. She tells us when our sound's off.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So she helps us out and helps you guys out.
100%. She deserves the Fan of the Game award, brought to you by our friends at Clouse Construction.
So she's probably at home right now playing Farming Simulator or something on one screen with us on the other one. So.
We'll take it any way we can get it, folks. However you can watch, we appreciate you tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, the Fan of the Game brought to you by Clouse Construction. And up next, we've got another award to give away, our Defensive Player of the Game Award. That is brought to you by our friends at Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants. For tonight's game, I think it's only fitting, Greg, these Tiffin Columbian seniors, they deserve the Defensive Player of the Game Award. We were here to cover Tiffin Columbian.
Yeah.
No offense to anyone watching from Mansfield, Madison. Obviously, there was a lot of good defense being played out there by the Rams tonight.
Right.
But tonight,
they've got enough other things to be happy about and celebrate. They don't need any flowers here at the end of this one, honestly. They've got a next game, and the Tornadoes, unfortunately, do not. So
that's why tonight our Defensive Player of the Game Award goes to Mia Zeiss, senior forward, Marissa Allen, senior, Chloe Hyman, senior, and Maddie Ritchie, senior. Phenomenal careers here at Tiffin Columbian. Nothing to hang your head about.
absolutely no lack of effort out there tonight.
Remember all the good times and forget today, because I'm telling you what, you had a lot more good times than you did bad.
I mean,
and there's a lot more to gain from what you've learned.
So every story has an end, right, Nate?
That's right.
It has to happen at some point. Never hang your head about it. Like you said, live through the good times.
Well, once again, that's going to do it for us here today. Big shout out to all of our sponsors, and a big shout out to Phil Loy and the staff here at Buckeye Central High School for the hospitality, hooking us up with a great spot here. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. For Cooper Snyder and Greg Kinn, I'm Nate Mullins, signing off. Thanks for tuning in here with us on the postgame show, brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Final score, Madison Comprehensive 48, Tiffin Columbian 29. Have a great night, everybody. You've been watching Heart of Ohio Sports.